What's going on, everybody? It's your boys over. Know it is off DFS here to bring that NBA slate breakdown for the 6-game NBA slate. Post NBA trade deadline. Hopefully, you guys were able to make some money yesterday on the slate. We're going to try to go ahead and do it again here on the night. Was not bad with a lot of the call outs that we did make on the slate last night. So hopefully, you guys were able to make a little bit of money, especially NBA core and also NBA props and things that we dropped. If you guys are new here and you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button that is right down there. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. Just hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content I put out over here on the channel. And drop a like on this video if this video or any of my other videos, content have helped you guys win some money. Now, if you guys are new here, you guys don't know, over the last couple weeks, I've been posting quite a bit over here on X, on Twitter. If you guys are looking for the handle, it is right here. No Days Off chat. No Days Off was taken, so I had to make something else. Chat was what we ended up going with over here on the channel. I am the primary user over here. Some of my other guys over here at the group, they do have access to the channel, but most of the tweets and stuff you see do come from me. I am very active over here, been pretty active over the last couple of weeks, and especially active with posting some of these game stacks that I have been posting quite a bit. I posted 3 slips last night, and 2 out of those 3 slips made some money. Well, actually all 3 of those slips made some money, but 2 out of the 3 slips really made money. If you guys got it right there, I went ahead and I posted this game stack for the Spurs taking on the Magic, and unfortunately Devin Vassell, he had a great third quarter, went off, got 24 fantasy points out of the 34. Really sucks, but still, a double up is a double up. I will take it all day, every day, no problem, whatnot. Then the other slip that I had, it was the Lakers and Nuggets stack. Unfortunately, D'Angelo Russell was ruled out before the game actually started, but still, roll with the lineup. Could have had the chance to take the lineup down, but I personally did not go ahead and refund the line simply because some of these props were not available anymore. The fantasy score props for Anthony Davis, Aaron Gordon were not up there anymore. I like this line way too much to go ahead and just be like, you know what? I'm going to refund it. No, I do firmly believe if D'Lo would have played, I do believe he would have got those 5 assists, 5.5 assists, 6 assists that he needed. If you look at Austin Reeves, he had 10 assists last night. Austin Reeves played primarily point guard role. With Anthony Davis having the night that he had, LeBron James also having a pretty good night, and Austin Reeves himself, I just firmly 10,000% believe D'Lo would have hit those assist numbers that was needed, and this would have been another 25x slip hit again, back-to-back nights. So back-to-back nights, we've actually had really good nights over here on the Twitterverse, on X, is sitting here posting the game stack. So if you guys want to get onto that, they are free. I will be posting at least 2 to 3 slips up here on Twitter daily. Correction, every single time I play them, I will be posting them. 2 to 3 of my favorite slips, I will be posting those up there on Twitter. Understand, not every day it's going to make money, but most days than not, we've been making money over here, whether it's a double up or we are getting that 25, 10x over there. We've been doing it. Outside of that, definitely I will be posting a lot more of my game stacks because you guys don't see this over here inside of my stuff, but I game stack a lot of these games on night in, night out basis. As you can see, last night I had a game stack for the Golden State Warriors taking on the Pacers. Siakam, for whatever reason, decided he wasn't going to get that last assist, and Steph Curry went out there. He had a pretty good, not even pretty good, a career night. He was banging it from 3. Another game stack I had last night was the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Timberwolves. This one right here was so close. If Mike Conley didn't have the career night that he had for him going out there, 40 plus fantasy points, chef's kiss, beautiful, love that from Mike. But if he would have just stayed under, just chilled out, which they were handling them very easily, this would have been another one that I would actually hit. And as you can see, my bankroll, my size, I personally play $10 on these lines, especially because I'm not trying to just jump and get rich off of these. That's one thing I really do have to mention. Don't take, if you have $50 in your account, play $5 on something like this if you're really going these, because as we do know, 6 legs are very hard to hit. Like this one right here, my game stack for the Bulls taking on Memphis Grizzlies did not go as planned. If you would have sat here and you put your last 25, $50 on this, you would have been out. There's no reason to do that at all whatsoever. Whenever it comes down to this, especially whenever you're playing these 6 legs, these 5 legs, if you want to make some money, just play the long game. Don't play the short game and trying to just get rich quick. But I say all that just to let you guys know, besides the paid content that I put out over here, there's a ton of free content that is over here offered at the No Days Off group. Myself and my boy BK, if you follow both of us on X, on Twitter, we're all about trying to help people out, besides just getting paid for the time and work that we do put into this, because believe it or not, it does take me quite a bit to go through these game stacks and find what I do actually like for them and post them up here, and just hope that they hit, because I know myself, I don't like burning my money, and I definitely don't like burning you guys' money. But if you guys are looking for more of the content, more of the stuff that I am putting out, if you're looking for every single game stack that I actually am dropping, check the link down in the description below for the Patreon. I'll be posting all the stacks up there on Patreon and also in the Discord. I have a channel in the Discord where I'll be posting all of my favorite plays, things like that. All that will be posted there. I'm getting more active back inside Discord. I've gotten better on X. I'm going to get better inside Discord as well. And definitely, if you guys are reaching out, trying to find me, hit me up on Twitter, on X. You can, I respond to pretty much all the notifications I get over there. On YouTube, sometimes it's a delay. I don't get notifications until the day after for some reason. I'm trying to fix that. I seen someone was asking for the Twitter handle yesterday, but I didn't see that until today. So I do apologize, bro. If you were trying to get this Twitter handle, again, it is No Days Off Chat. If you guys are looking for it, it is right there. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this slate breakdown. I kind of wasted a lot of time covering a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Today is Flex Friday over on Prize Picks. If you guys don't got an account, you want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys get that deposit match bonus, and check later on for some game stacks, stuff like that. If you want to burn your 20 bucks on something like that, pretty much you're going to get it right back if you go ahead and you play the Flex Friday slip. All right, looking at it, we got Atlanta taking on Philly today. DeJounte Murray, biggest thing we got to know if he's going to be in or out. The Murray, he stayed put. They were not going to trade him. Clint Capella is still out, so we will get Oneko Okongwu slid into the starting lineup. And over on the other side, Tyrese Maxey, he should be playing today, but they do have a couple of players that will be out. Batum, Covington, Embiid, Buddy Hield, Melton, and Cameron Payne. Over on the Washington side, they have gotten rid of, they have traded away their starting center that they had. Daniel Gafford is there no longer. So now we're going to get, I think, personally, full-blown tanking team in the Washington Wizards. Going up against a team such as Boston, there is no reason on God's green earth, Allah's green earth, anybody that you believe in, that this game should be close. Right now, Boston is 2,100 favored, 17-point spread, and I do agree this should be a very, very lopsided game, just considering the talent coming in, and especially if Washington has finally pulled the plug, considering the players that they went ahead and they traded and they got rid of. But Bagley is going to be out as well. Eugene Omoru, he's going to be slid into that starting center spot. He's not going to be able to hold a candle to Kristaps Porzingis' size, matchup, everything, and Omoru, he is pretty foul prone. He used to play for my OKC Thunder, so I do have a little bit of knowledge in regards to him. Kyle Kuzma, he's going to do what he can do out here in this matchup. Same thing for Denny Avdia, Jordan Poole, and Tyus Jones. On the other side for the Boston Celtics, they did get Xavier Tillman, but he said he's going to be out for a little while, so he will not be backing up Al Horford or Kristaps Porzingis in no time soon. Jason Tatum is a game time decision. I personally would not be surprised if Tatum sits, considering they should not need him. They will not need him to beat the Washington Wizards in this matchup. Houston Rockets taking on Toronto Raptors. Freddie V is going to be out for a little bit longer, so we will get Amen Thompson slid into the starting spot, and he's been looking chef's kiss, beautiful, great, and like we knew that him and his brother were going to be able to be when they came into the league, playing very well. On the Toronto Raptors side, they are without Ochai Agbaji, Kelly Olynyk, and Porter. In regards to the players that they recently just traded, looks like they are somewhat leaning more into the rebuild brand that they should have been going into. Definitely still minutes for Quickly, Gary Trent, RJ Barrett, all these guys. They're going to get as much run as they can. Right now, it's a 1.5 point spread in favor of Toronto, more like just because it's Toronto at home. Houston, they still do play pretty well considering the players that they are missing. But with a player like Şengün, the upside that he has, Jabari Smith Jr., he's pretty good whenever he's locked in and doesn't get into foul trouble. And you still got vets like Dylan Brooke and Jalen Green out there being able to step up. It should be a close game, and I kind of lean Houston Rockets in that game. Charlotte Hornets taking on Milwaukee Bucks. They have fully pulled the plug in regards to trading away players. The only player that they truly kept was Miles Bridges, was one of the players that I would have expected to be traded, but Bridges, he did have that clause into his contract where he could veto any trade, and he told them, no, you're not trading me. I'm not going anywhere. So Miles Bridges will be there to in the season, but they did get rid of PJ Washington. They did get rid of Gordon Hayward, which, hey, my Thunder, we got Gordon Hayward. We will not see him until after the All-Star break. Kind of sucks, but it's good. Lets him get acclimated to the team, make sure that calf is good. And we know one thing with the Thunder, we're going to take time with injuries. And I really feel like towards the end of the season, we are going to see that man probably take Giddey's spot and start. And I'm a little giddy about that, because one of the things that has been killing me watching my Thunder is the lack of defense and the lack of playmaking and shot creation that Giddey can have for himself. And I do think that Gordon Hayward, he checks those boxes, but this is not a Thunder podcast. Let's get back to the main focus. For Charlotte, they have a lot of players out. We're going to see tight rotations once again for them with Martin, Brandon Miller, Leaky Black, Miles Bridges, and Nick Richardson. All these guys are going to have to play a heavy load in minutes. It will be a tight rotation going up against the Milwaukee Bucks, who have been struggling since, and I got to talk about this. Another divert. I know I'm getting off topic, but you fired your coach that was winning. You brought in another coach who has won one fucking game this whole time since he's been there. Please tell me what the hell was the problem before you made before you fired and brought Doc Rivers in, because I did not see a problem truly with Adrian Griffin. Something has to come out in regards to what was the true issue and why you guys wanted to get rid of Adrian Griffin, because obviously, even if he didn't necessarily have the respect of the players or whatever, he rubbed wrong because he told them that, hey, you played like shit in this in-season tournament. I need you guys to step up. I need you to do what you got to do. If that's really the reason why you guys got rid of him, because you felt like he lost the locker room because he called out his players, that's bullshit. Ownership, you stepped in, you fucked up. You should have kept your actual winning coach, who actually was doing very well. Again, this is just from what I'm speaking on, what I've seen. Unless there's more, someone please link me, let me know what the hell happened. But Doc Rivers, Doc Rivers, man, you about to be in the hot seat like Darvin Ham is for the Lakers, because boy, that's some bullshit. Over here, again, we just gotta know if Dame's gonna be in or out. He's been out the last 2 games, but hopefully maybe he'll be back. Chris Middleton, I fully expect for him to be out with that ankle. There's no way after he sprained that junk, and he's injury prone. I would be surprised if he comes back before the All-Star break. Denver Nuggets, they played last night. They beat up on not my Lakers, beat up on the Lakers last night. They are on the back end of back-to-back. KCP, I do not believe that he played last night, so game time decision. Definitely pay attention to that. Going up against the Sacramento Kings, this should be a good game. I definitely will be tuned in if this will be one of the games that I can actually watch tonight. If not, I'll probably just pull it up on my pirate site. But outside of that, should be decent. No news that we truly have to worry about for the Sacramento Kings. Everyone should be good to go. After they lost that game against the Detroit Pistons, they should want to come in here and show a little something, because that was definitely piss poor, sad, and all the above. Pelicans taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. This will be another L for the Lakers, going up against a very good New Orleans Pelicans team who plays some pretty good defense. The Lakers coming off of a back-to-back pretty tight game last night. They led, then lost. So hopefully, D'Lo, he should be good to go, should play on tonight. Max Christie, even if he was slid into the starting lineup, he's not going to really play that many minutes. They are going to go ahead and give Taurean Prince off the bench the minutes and run, but as long as AD, LeBron James in, nothing really to worry about over here. And then of course for the Pelicans, just gonna make sure Zion is good to go. And J Val, he left the last game, I want to say it was an injury, but he should be good to go and back for this game. Definitely pay attention to that news right there. All right, heading over to DraftKings, the site that'll play the most on the site. If you guys don't got an account, you want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on the King. First game first, we got Atlanta taking on Philly. From the Atlanta side, Trae Young, if DeJounte Murray is out again, then of course Trae Young's going to be your main guy you want to go to. Jalen Johnson's down here at that price at 7-4. Opposing power forwards have actually been playing very well going up against the Philadelphia 76ers, especially with the change in regards to no Joel Embiid and things like that. And we know that this kid, he has a lot of upside. No Clint Capella, the rebound upside is going to be there for him. Again, of course, with no Joel Embiid down there to gobble up all those rebounds, I do like the upside for Jalen Johnson here in this matchup as well. 7,400, you guys already know he is a DFS darling for me. I love going to him, especially in a plus matchup, and this is one for him, especially if there is no DeJounte Murray. If DeJounte Murray is still there, I still do like the upside for Jalen Johnson. Don't mind him. I know he could slide, maybe play some of that center role if Okongwu gets himself into foul trouble or anything like that. Then outside of that, of course, Onyeka Okongwu, 6,200, do have a lot of interest. Paul Reed, not scared of that defense at all whatsoever. As long as Okongwu keeps himself out of foul trouble, the upside will definitely be there for him. If DeJounte Murray is going to be out, Sadiq Bey is going to be an next player you're going to want to go to. With DeJounte Murray being out, he's pretty much like the second, third fiddle out there behind Trae Young. You've seen, look at that last game. 36 minutes, dropped 41.75 fantasy points, and in a plus matchup going up against the Philadelphia 76ers, who actually do give up some pretty decent numbers to the opposing small forwards. Outside of that, everyone else, all GPP options for Fernando. You know, he's going to get a little bit of that backup center run. Bogdanovic, he's playing off the bench. That's pretty much going to be it over there. For the Philadelphia 76ers, as long as Tyrese Maxey's in, he's good to go. Definitely a plus matchup for him going up against the Atlanta Hawks. We know they play fast. This could be a bounce back spot for him. As you can see, those scoring numbers have been pretty down since he was announced as an all-star. 51 points in that game against Utah, but then 23, 15, 12. Definitely is a bounce back spot in a fast-paced game going up against Atlanta. A couple of days off. As long as he's good to go and he's in, should be a really great spot for him. Tobias Harris as well, he's going to be the second fiddle behind Tyrese Maxey. If Maxey's in or out, either way, you still want to look at Tobias Harris. Plus matchup for him as well going up against Philly. I'm not going up against Philly, going up against Atlanta. We know they can give up points to opposing power forwards, things like that. I do like the upside for him here. And then last but not least, Kelly Oubre, Paul Reed, both of these two are all GPP options for me. Not too much interest in either one, but if it came down to like a salary filler or something like that, don't mind going to either one of those guys. And then Mo Bamba, we know he's going to get some of that backup burn, backup run at the center position. As long as he keeps himself out of foul trouble as well, he will be there. You will have to have maybe some interest in like a KJ Martin or something like that, just simply because they traded out some players. Batum is out, Buddy Hield's not going to be playing tonight. Melton, he's not going to be playing. Springer, he was also traded as well. And Rocco, he's going to be out. So they are going to be a little bit shorthanded over here on Philly. I definitely think that starters will get decent run as long as the game can stay close. So Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey are going to be the main guys that you're going to look to if you want to go anything over there. Washington Wizards taking on Boston. I have no interest, no need, nothing over here for the Washington Wizards. If you want to play anything over here and you think this game can possibly stay close by the grace of God, Kyle Kuzma would be your main guy that you want to go to. Denny Avdia, Tyus Jones, Jordan Poole, all GPP options. None of those are touching my lineups. I really don't see a point or need to even mess with that. If I'm being very, very honest with you, I don't see a need to even put those into your line. But of course, you know, a blind squirrel finds the nut every now and then. And if you really do feel like everyone's going to be off of that game, off that side, that's one of those spots where you can definitely go to. Now, if this game is going to blow up, this game is going to be that type of game, then of course, Jaylen Brown, KP, Jason Tatum, Derek White, Drew Holiday, one of these guys has to go off and have that game to make this game where it's going to be. I will say KP will be my favorite one, going up against literally a undersized center, should be able to have whatever he wants, as long as he can go out there and play aggressive like he normally does in these type of matchups. This will be a plus matchup for him. If Tatum is going to be out, then Jaylen Brown is going to be your guy that you can go to over here. I'm not scared of Denny Avdia defense, not scared of Jordan Poole defense, of course. Either one of those guys should be a scoring bonanza for him there. That's if Tatum is out. If Tatum's in, I'm not going to really have no interest in either him or Brown. I'll go more with Porzingis or Derek White or either one of those two guys, especially just for the defensive upside that White can bring. Drew Holiday, he's just not really there for me. But off the bench, if we're expecting a blowout, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Luke Kennard, and Quetta, all those guys will be into play. Of course, it's going to start with Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser. Those guys, we know they get most of the run off the bench whenever it comes down to it. Over here for the Houston Rockets, taking on the Toronto Raptors, Shengo, Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., and Amin Thompson. These are going to be your main guys that we want to go to. Dylan Brooks, I will say, he's gonna be that guy that normal people, we don't like to click on him just because it's Dylan Brooks. But I will say, the defensive upside that he brings and the fact that you don't have Fred VanVleet, he's the vet. He's the guy that's going to be out there trying to lead the team. And I do like the upside for him. But if I got to go anything at 5'3", with Iman quickly being slidden as that starting point guard, opposing point guards have literally crushed going up against the Toronto Raptors. And I do like the spot for Amin Thompson at 5'3". I will go ahead and take that all day, every day. Now, Jabari Smith Jr. And Şengün, either one of these guys, they can't pop off. As long as Smith can keep himself out of foul trouble, but Şengün at 9K, I'm not going to lie, very tempting at that price tag. I like him. If he can go out here and give me a 50-plus fantasy point type game, I really do like the upside for him. But definitely do understand more of a GPP option, not someone that you have to click, that you have to go with on today's slate. Going over here to the Toronto Raptors on this side right here, of course, we do know they're going to be missing some, well, not even missing some players, just some players are not going to be eligible to play since they made a couple of those trades that they have over here. But if I am going to go with anything, it will be that boy Jakob Poeltl. Since he's been back 6'2", looks like he's pretty much cleared from his minutes limit and whatnot that he had. He's been playing very well over his last several games. I do like the upside for him here inside this matchup in this spot. And if he's able to actually just keep himself out of foul trouble, keep the turnovers down to a minimum, he can actually pop off for a pretty decent game. And we've seen opposing centers actually have really great games going up against going up against Şengün. This is definitely a really good spot for Gary Trent Jr. or my boy Scotty Barnes at 8'5". We haven't really seen that big pop game from Scotty Barnes in quite some time. And when I say pop, I'm talking about the triple-double upside that he had when they had Pascal Siakam. He was scoring, he was rebounding, and he was getting those assists. This definitely could be one of those spots, just the length, the size that he actually brings going up against the Houston Rockets. This could be one of those games for him in this matchup. I really do like the upside that he actually brings. And outside of that, Iman Quick, RJ Barrett, both these guys will be GPP options for me. One of those guys is going to draw the Dylan Brooks matchup, which I would imagine will be RJ Barrett. This could be a spot where we see quickly go out here, be able to knock down the shots. But Amin Thompson, he's actually not a bad defender himself. So both those guys will be GPP options for me. And the people that do stick out for me is Jakob Poeltl and Scotty Barnes will be the main two guys. And then Gary Trent, if he is starting in there, this is definitely one of those spots where I can see the sharpshooter being able to knock down his shots. If he can, at 4'6", I don't mind the value coming down there and getting to him over it all. Over here for the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, I will say all the starters for me are going to be in play just with the way that the Milwaukee Bucks have been playing over the last several games. Miles Bridges, he's going to be the main guy. He's going to get all the shots. He's going to have all the usage until everyone actually comes back. As you can see, 68 fantasy points in that last game going up against Toronto at the power forward position. Jabari Smith Jr., if he keeps himself out of foul trouble. But Miles Bridges really... main uses guy might be tasked with trying to guard Giannis. Hopefully he can keep himself out of foul trouble. Outside of that, Brandon Miller, the usage that this kid has had over his last several games, it is beautiful. It is amazing. And as we know, I am very high on the Brandon Miller stock. I went ahead and copped this jersey when I went to the Charlotte Hornets game. So Brandon Miller, if he keeps himself out of foul trouble as well, definitely is a decent spot for him, considering that the Milwaukee Bucks, they're still giving up a lot of fantasy points to opposing guards, especially those that can actually shoot threes and put up the numbers. And that is one thing that Brandon Miller will go ahead and do, as long as he keeps himself out of foul trouble. That is one of the big things with him. If Cody Martin is actually going to be back and he's going to be as aggressive as he was in that last game against Toronto, I do like the upside for him, but he is currently questionable with that knee. If he does play, definitely will make it into a GPP pool at 5'2". I'm not going to lie, that's a little bit steep for me for a Cody Martin, but I do see the upside, but just definitely a GPP option. Over here on the Milwaukee Bucks side, I know that Giannis has to be tired of losing. This is definitely one of those bounce back, get right spots for Giannis to have all the usage, everything that he has and that he does. I definitely will see Giannis taking maybe probably about 20 plus shots in this game, especially if the Hornets are able to keep it close. This should be a I'm going out here, I'm putting this team on my back, I'm doing what I got to do type game for Giannis. Outside of that, Bobby Portis, he's been getting a ton of minutes since Doc Rivers has taken over, and the same thing for Jay Crowder, both these guys. If Chris Middleton is going to be out, both of them will make it into the player pool just simply because they're going to have to play the minutes. They're going to be out there. Malik Beasley, under 5K, again, he's out there, he's playing the minutes. Sloppy Hornets team, definitely could see a couple of steals and stuff for him in this matchup, and I don't expect him to go 1 of 13 again. This will be another play that depends on if Chris Middleton is in or out. As you can see, he takes a lot of shots from 3. And just trying to bridge that gap with no Middleton and no Damian Lillard being out there, the spot should be fine for him. If Dame and Lillard do miss, then you're going to want to get some of these auxiliary pieces over here for the Bucks in the Malik Beasley, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, and Jay Crowder. If they're both going to actually be in, then they're all going to be second fiddle, all GPP options, nothing that you actually have to worry about. I still will like Giannis just because I do feel like this is one of those get right type games, and the blow up of Giannis is going to actually happen. The Denver Nuggets taking on the Sacramento Kings. Looking at this game, the Joker coming off of the back end of back-to-back, we're still going up against Sabonis. He should be able to go out here and have his way and actually bully Sabonis a little bit. I do like the upside for him if I got to take anybody over here. And then outside of that, I will have to say Jamal Murray at 8'4", played really great last night in that game. 60.75 fantasy points and has been balling over his last several games, playing 30 plus minutes. I don't mind going to him as well as another option over here on the opposite side for this, but I will say between the two, I will much rather go with the Joker if I did have to go with anything. Outside of that, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, KCP, if he's actually in, all GPP options, not anyone that sticks out as main plays that I have to get to. On the King side of things, Sabonis, Fox, those are going to be your main two fiddles that you want to go to. Keegan Murray, Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes, and Malik Monk, all GPP options. No one sticks out as, yo, I am the guy, I am the play that you're going to want to get to over here on this side. If I had to choose between Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox, I will say that Sabonis, he's going to find his way into my lines before De'Aaron Fox. If you do like Fox at 8'2", I mean, it is a pretty decent price tag for him. I know he can go out here and possibly drop a 60 plus fantasy point type game, but these games have been far and in between for him. And just the triple double upside that Sabonis actually brings, and if he can keep himself out of foul trouble, I know that he's going to be the better producer in this matchup for me. Pelicans taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. For me over here, if Zion is going to be out and if Jones is going to be out, then I'm going to have some interest in Larry Nance Jr. He should see a decent number of minutes. As you can see, he played 27 minutes in that last game against the Clippers. Still surprised that he did not get his rebounds, and then that really just kind of tilting whenever I just still think about it. That's if Zion and Jonas are going to be out, then we are going to see a decent number of minutes for Larry Nance Jr. in this matchup and in this game. If they are in, then Larry Nance, he kind of fades to the back and just becomes a GPP option if you just think the game maybe gets out of hand or something like that, but I still wouldn't mind it. If Zion's in, definitely a GPP option, but my main two guys I want to get to, the spot that you normally do attack the Lakers is going to be the guards. That's going to be BI and CJ McCollum for me. Both those guys are in play on tonight's slate. On the Lakers side, if Jonas, J Val is in, Zion's in, either way, long as Anthony Davis and LeBron James are good to go and playing, I do like the upside for both of them. They're going to be needed in regards to win this game. A lot of the usage and everything goes to them. The one that you could take a GPP option will be D'Lo. I know that the Pelicans, they actually play pretty good defense on opposing guards, but D'Lo, he's rested, should be able to good to go for this game. I don't mind taking a stab at him in GPPs just to get that late night hammer since it's going to be the 10:30 game. You could possibly go there to D'Angelo Russell, but outside of that, no one necessarily sticks out as, yo, you have to play this. I do expect the Pelicans to play pretty good defense, and if I'm going to get a piece from this game, I would more than likely want to take it from the Pelican side versus the Lakers. I understand, yes, Anthony Davis going up against his former team, they're drafting, blah, blah, blah. That was so many years ago. Nobody cares. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully, you guys were able to get a little something out of this video. If you guys are looking for anything else, definitely check out the Patreon, check out the Instagram, check out the Twitter and X. If you guys are looking for prize picks in regards to Flex Friday, make sure you guys go ahead and get that promo, opt into it, and make sure you check the box for it as well. If you guys don't have a prize picks account, check the link down in the description below so you guys get that deposit match bonus. Enjoy your boy over here on prize picks. With that being said, it's your boy Zoe. Peace.